Yoo-hoo! Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends the Goldbergs are here. Brought to you by Does, the new kind of soap for everything in your wash. First, let's drop in on the Dozen family. Uh-oh, Mom Dozen's a little peeved.
Pop Dozen, were you talking to that pretty widder next door?
I was only telling her about Does.
You were looking deep into her eyes, talking about soap.
Sure, I was telling her it's a new soap discovery. The poor thing didn't know it.
A fine story.
It was. You should have seen her face when I said she only needed one wash day soap now. Does everything, I says, from dirty overalls and towels to our fanciest rayon doodads.
Is that when you held her hand?
Oh, no, that's when I told her how easy Does handles the grimiest work clothes. No scrubbing her fingers off. Why, I says, she didn't even need a bar soap anymore, because Does does the job all by itself.
Regular wash day Romeo, ain't you?
I told her plain facts. I says, no soap maid gets towels more snowy white. I told her you said you've never seen whiter washes than Does does.
I bet that got her.
Yep, but when I told her Does is actually safer for the nice colors she washes, that really got her. Why, I says, Does gives longer life to colors, yet it can't be beat for washing the dirtiest clothes.
Huh. Is that why she pinned that flower on your work shirt?
Oh, she was thanking me for inviting her over to meet you. I told her the best wife in town does everything with Does.
Oh, Pa.
Oh, Pa. Well, like Pa Dozen says, compared to other leading granulated wash day soaps, Does gives longer life to colors, plus unsurpassed whiteness and real cleaning power for the dirtiest clothes. Try Does, D-U-Z. It does everything in your wash. And now the Goldbergs. You know, the edge of discovery can be even more tantalizing than total doubt. And right now, we and the Goldbergs are right on the very brink of finding out the real truth about Molly's daughter-in-law, Grace. Yesterday, you remember, Grace made a very dramatic gesture to impress the family. She pretended to tear up the insurance check which Rosie had given her, and then she left for the train. But on the way to the station, George discovered her deception and, conscience-stricken, turned the car back to the Goldbergs' house. Then Grace grabbed the wheel in a fit of hysteria, and the car swerved into a tree. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but Grace is upstairs now, resting, while George is outside having a serious talk with Molly. By now, even Jake has begun to realize Grace's duplicity, and Rosie is now alarmed over what he might do. Listen.
Uncle David, please go upstairs to Papa before he goes into Grace's room. After all, no matter what she is, she's in no condition for excitement. Uncle David, please.
Rosalie, I don't want to mix myself. I'm too nervous, Rosalie.
Uncle David, please, Papa won't listen to me.
Rosalie, I'm too nervous, Rosalie.
Why did you have to show him the check? Mama told you not to.
Rosalie, please. Who showed Papa the check? Me or you or me? You didn't say why shouldn't Papa know?
All right, Uncle David, but please go up. Papa will listen to you.
Tomorrow on the 4:48, I'm going home. On the 4:48. I came to live here in the country for quiet because my son, the doctor said I need quiet for my nerves. So look what I got, look. Everything David. Everything Uncle David. Everything. Call Mama better call.
But I don't know where she is.
Call anyway.
Hello. I want Masha's farm, please. Yes. Look out, Kitty. Go away. Hello? Oh, the line is busy? Well, call me back then. Yes, please. Thank you. Look out, Kitty. Go away, Kitty.
Take the telephone, Rosalie.
I am, Uncle David. Hello?
Hello, Rosalie.
Where are you, Ma? Where did you go?
I had to go where I went. How is everything?
Where are you?
I am where I have to be.
At Masha's?
At Masha's. Don't interrogate me. Don't interrogate me, me, Rosalie, please. Not with questions I can't answer. Please.
But-
I'm with George. I'm with George. Sufficiently? It's enough? No more questions. Period. I'm with George. Where's Papa? How's Papa?
You better come home, Ma.
I'll be home soon.
Uncle David gave Papa the check.
Uncle David gave Papa the check.
Yes, Ma.
And I said Uncle David shouldn't show.
Well, he did, Ma, so come home. I'm afraid that Papa's going up to Grace's.
Control Papa until I get home. Warm a little broth, fix something for Grace, and see that Papa don't step a foot upstairs.
I want a timetable.
Hello?
Just a minute, Ma.
I want a timetable.
To who are you talking?
To Uncle David.
So let me talk to him.
Just a minute, Ma.
I want a timetable, please.
Mama wants to talk to you.
Hello?
Uncle David, where are you?
Where's the bicarbonate there?
Hello?
Just a minute, Ma.
Where's Uncle David? Why don't you put him on?
He's looking for the bicarbonate.
He's looking for what?
For the bicarbonate.
Boy, he's looking for the bicarbonate so I can imagine already what happened, what? Can you imagine
Uncle
what happened
David.
already, what?
No bicarbonate, even. Search your house. No bicarbonate.
Uncle David, Mama wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to Mama. Mama will holler at me. She'll be mad at me.
Uncle David.
Hello?
Please.
On the 4:48, I'm going home. Give me. Hello?
David?
Molly, don't ask me why. I did it, and that's all.
David?
Jake is a father. Why must he always be ignorant? Why?
David, will you please listen to me?
Well, I did. So I did. So.
David, darling, listen. Listen. If you're looking for the bicarbonate, it's upstairs in my chest.
You are mad at me,
Wait,
Molly.
David.
Huh? I'm going home.
David, please.
I want to talk.
Pa.
Just
Hello?
a minute. Just a minute, Molly.
Let me talk.
Pa.
Don't
Hello?
call me.
Hello?
Just a minute, Molly. Here, Jake.
Hello?
Hello?
Where are you?
I'll be home soon.
Sooner or later, my question is, where are you?
I'm nowhere.
Where are you?
I walked up the road.
With who? Why?
I'll be home soon.
Not soon, but immediately. I want her out of my house.
Jake, please.
There is no room for a Jezebel under my roof.
Let him without sin cast the first stone.
Don't start, Molly.
Forgiveness is godly.
I'm not God.
Jake.
Don't jake me.
Jake, please.
How did George explain the check? That's what I want to know.
I'll be home soon. Until I am, hold yourself in.
Do you think it's possible?
Try.
Why?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jake.
Pa.
Don't jake me and don't palm me.
Pa.
Will someone please explain this phenomenal to me, please?
Rosalie, you explain the phenomenal to Papa.
With my own eyes, I saw Grace tear up the check.
We thought she tore it up.
But
It was just a piece of paper that she tore up.
Who had this check and where did the check come from?
George gave it to Mama.
How did George get it?
So how did George get it? That's the whole question. If Grace gave the George the check, and if George gave Molly the check, then...
Then what?
Then all the coincidence that we thought were coincidence are not coincidence.
For instance,
For instance, they came to Glastonbury on the same day. Not because they were strangers to each other, but because they were not strangers to each other.
what are they to each other? That's what I want to know.
Well, strangers they're not.
And my Sammy.
You think all women are women?
David, spare me the pain of telling my son that his wife, the mother of his child...
Rosalie, please, leave the room.
Uncle David.
Leave the room.
Leave the room,
If you
Rosalie.
think I still believe in storks.
Quiet.
Well, when you study biology, Pa, you know.
Rosalie.
I've had 3 years of biology, and I think I should know. I studied fish.
Who's talking about fishes, Sue? The human heart, Rosalie.
David, tell her. I'm falling to pieces.
Rosalie, Papa is falling to pieces.
David, do you know a good lawyer?
Lawyer? Why a lawyer?
This marriage, my son's marriage, must be annulled.
Well, you can't annul until you know what's to annul.
How much more do I have to know?
If she wants to turn over a new leaf, will you let her turn?
I could forgive her anything but her lies and her deceit.
Let's wait until we know, Pa.
She thought we are small-town fools.
Jake, half a story is worse than no story.
I know enough to wish I was never born.
Papa, darling.
Why should this befall my Sammy? What is it going to come to? Where is it going to come home to?
Pop,
A
please.
wife that's not a wife. A child that's not a wife. A child that's not a child. David, hold me back before I go upstairs and forget myself and end on the electric chair. David, hold me back,
Pop,
David.
please.
Jay.
Oh, Mama, darling.
George. Come in, George. Jake. George has something to tell you. Jake. George has something to tell you.
I want this marriage annulled.
It won't be necessary, Jake. George. Jake. In the other room. Please.
What is this,
Ma,
Molly?
tell me.
I'm speechless. Rosalie. David. I'm speechless.
Well, we're even more anxious than Rosie or David to know the whole story. Yes, the whole true story. But for the moment, the door has closed on all of us. There's a young Marine private in a Marine base hospital now who lost a leg at Guadalcanal. You know what he said when they praised him for being a hero?
Heck, I didn't do any more than the other guys. I just kept shooting till my ammunition ran out. And they got me. I just did what I could, that's all.
Mm-hmm. He just did what he could. Are you doing everything you can? For instance, are you turning in every bit of waste fat you can to make ammunition for boys like that young Marine private? You know, the government only wants the fat you usually throw out. That means solid fats, too, meat trimmings and poultry fat. Melt this solid fat down in your oven whenever it's in use. And then when you get a pound, pour it into a clean container and take it to your butcher. Remember, just 1 pound of waste fat can make 10 50-caliber machine gun bullets. So get your fat into the fight. Don't throw it out. Turn it in. Keep our guns firing. Be sure to listen to the next episode of the Goldbergs. We, and Rosie, too, try our best to get in on the secret, which seems to be immense. This is Clayton Collier speaking and reminding you to do as the Dozums do. Let Does, the new kind of soap, do everything in your wash.